I just got off of a Zoom call, which was pretty cool. It was an impromptu Zoom call where we basically called to all be able to see grandma on Zoom. So we were on Zoom for about 2 hours. Now, the reason I'm laughing is because of this 2 hours. The first maybe 30 to 40 minutes of the 2 hours was trying to get my aunt to be able to set up the Zoom. My aunt lives with my grandma. So my grandma knows basically nothing about setting up Zoom. My aunt has recently learned about setting up Zoom. Not recently, actually. I shouldn't even say that. My aunt has been doing Zooms for 4 years and yet still experiences a lot of difficulty. And I don't mean to laugh. I know she grew up in an era where Zoom didn't exist, but then again, she's the youngest daughter of the three. My mom knows how to use Zoom, and my older aunt knows how to use Zoom. So she's the youngest of the three, and she can sometimes function with Zoom. So what we got was that she was able to get onto the Zoom eventually, and then we could hear her, and the only thing that needed to happen from there was that she needed to turn up the volume so that she could hear us. So we're sitting here trying to tell her, okay, turn up the volume, turn up the volume, turn up the volume. And it's hard to show somebody computer stuff when you're not there in the room with them and they don't really know how to use a computer. So we're like, turn up the volume. Then the doorbell rang. So I was like, hopefully that whoever rang the doorbell, hopefully whichever person rang that doorbell is somebody who can assist her with the Zoom. And then I heard the voice of my little cousin, and I was like, the day is saved. I was like, go grab her. I said, somebody go grab her right now, bring her to that computer, and help her to turn up the volume on the computer so that they can hear us. So if that hadn't happened, I think we would have had to do this makeshift Zoom where they have to hold up their landline phone so that they can hear us, and then they look on the computer. It was just a mess. But my cousin getting there to my grandma's house right when she got there saved the day. And she was like, how long have you guys been trying to connect them with Zoom? And we were like, it was closing in on an hour. Oh, that was some funny stuff. I mean, it was funny to me because I was not the one. I check out of those things because I'm like, I don't have the patience for it. As much as I love my grandma, trying to tell them how to use the computer, just, it's hard. Merry Christmas, Marshall. Merry Christmas, Edward. Hello. Hi, Vicky. Hey, Shy, you're back. I hope you've been doing good. Are you crazy? I'm from French. Okay, whatever that means. I'm leaving a comment there, but your second comment better be better than the first, is all I'm saying. So yeah, we had a nice Zoom chat. She was checked into the chat for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then all of a sudden she said she has to leave to go to the bathroom, and then she just never came back. Oh, she had a lot of stimulation going on. That's what happened. She basically left, but she had people visiting her. So she went to go eat, and then she was talking to the people in the living room, and we could hear her talking and laughing. But it's okay, like the main goal was because we all want to see her as much as possible, and we just appreciate the fact that once somebody turns 90, like you gotta appreciate every single minute that they're alive, because you just never know. And I know I do. I always tell y'all my grandmother has been the most active person in my life, more than mom, more than dad, more than my sister, more than anyone else. She's been there day one. She was there in the hospital when I was born, and she has pretty much never left my side from then until now. Yeah, I'm still down to do Zooms. It's been a very long time since I have done a Zoom. It's just that we have pretty much been using Discord instead of Zoom. So I don't really know what we would use the Zoom for. I guess the purpose of this, I guess a thing with the Zoom is that everyone can get a chance to speak, because I know some people are not comfortable with speaking on YouTube. Although I haven't had anyone on my YouTube in a while either, so 2025, I need to get more guest speakers back on my YouTube. Maybe some old faces, maybe some new ones. I have Olia, who used to help me with my challenge recaps. I know she's always willing to. Her scheduling is a little different just because she's in the West Coast. Who else? Danny J. Shoot, there's somebody else. I can't think of her right now, but I think she was doing some Big Brother recaps with me. She popped on here. Ebony. I couldn't think of her. Ebony, I'm sorry. Ebony. I have to reach out to Ebony. I'm basically gonna have to reach out to everyone who's been in my network and, figure some things out. Easy with it. This is how I started, honestly. When I say this is how I started, I mean, when I started on YouTube, it was just me and my phone sitting in the living room. I never used my computer. I never used a mic, a webcam. I just sat down on my phone, and all my lives were just me having conversations with my phone. Then I started upgrading. I got a new computer. I got a new webcam, which I don't use. I started taking tremendous notes, and I had a new video camera and a bunch of stuff. But I also realized those items were not really making my views or my subscriptions any higher. So I guess that's part of why I got lazy with it. But I'm starting. So for those of you who are not on my membership page, if you're not a member of my page, please become a member. It's only $2.99 a month. And with that membership, I've been giving people behind the scenes information, events that I'm going to go to, interviews that I'm going to do, just a little extra more than what I give on my regular lives like this one. And it supports me as a content creator too. So I would appreciate that if you do so. But I say all that to say, I mentioned on my membership chat that in the top of January is when I'm going to be doing my interview with Cara Maria. I went back and forth. I asked my membership people what they think, and actually the majority of them thought that I should wait until the 17th, because she gave a few days that she would have openings, which were January 6th, 7, 8, 9, and then she said after that her next availability would be the 17th of January. I originally thought maybe I should do the 17th of January because by then we're already going to be at the reunion episode. But then I said to myself, the reason why I chose to do it earlier was because I felt like strike while the iron is hot. Because right now, Cara Maria is eliminated from the challenge, and she's not on All Stars 5. So it's not. I'm not saying that she won't be popular 2 weeks later, but I am saying that her as a trending topic is kind of at its peak right now, and I don't want to wait and let the fire burn out for that, because these people are always at their most popular right when the season is airing. And it's like, hopefully I can get the interview out and put it out before the reunion airs. That would be good too. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and if y'all want to know the reason why I stopped doing live Zooms, so I did not Zooms, but rather live interviews. I used to do my interviews on live, and it is cool to do an interview on live. I would more likely do an interview on live if I was interviewing somebody who I knew that I was going to have access to after the interview was done. Like a Cara, when I reach out to her, she might respond to me once every week to 10 days. And I mean, it's cool to get a response at all, but what my point of what I'm trying to say is, like, there's no guarantee that after we complete, whatever we complete the interview, that I'll be able to get her back on and do a part 2. And honestly, I certainly wouldn't want to pay again for like a part 2, not because of her, but just because I feel like like I said, and me doing things like that depends on return on investment. This one was something that I thought really hard about too. I mean, I did mention to y'all that I will say she did offer to do an interview with me for free. She did offer that a couple times. But the thing is, free is on a free timeline. And also, when she said she would do an interview with me, she also said a quick interview. So that could have been 20 minutes, 30 minutes, who knows how long a quick interview is. But I just know that from doing freelance work, when you pay for something, people take it more seriously. Like when somebody says, "Hey Mark, I don't have any budget for this event, but I really need a photographer. Like, I'm sorry I can't pay." Family member or something. Like, I might tell them, sure, I can do that for you. But when it comes to the turnaround time of when they are going to receive those edited pictures, it's going to be whenever it's going to be. Like, it's not going to be on anybody's timeline. It's going to be whenever I feel like it. But if they pay me, now I have a timeline. All right, thanks for the payment. I'm going to get you the pictures by X day time. And I'm going to get it to them because now it's business. So that's the reason why I wanted to go out of my way to show her that even though I think that we have developed a good rapport, I still want to respect and honor your business, and I want to get the best version of you, not the free version. I mean, granted, I still could have gotten the best version, you know. Some people are just very dedicated, but I feel like in a sense, money kind of ensures. Money kind of ensures that. And I don't even think it's about the money. I just think it's about the business. I mean, people who have done the type of work I'm talking about know what I'm saying. If you have ever either paid for someone's freelance work or asked someone to do freelance work for you for free off of some favor type of thing, it can be a different experience. So January 6th is the day. You will not see it on January 6th. However, I'm thinking of doing like a special pre-game live for the people who are members of my channel and giving you an opportunity to see a little bit of the behind the scenes. So I think that's what I'm going to do. You're not going to see the whole interview, but you'll have a chance to see parts of it and my behind the scenes process before I do the interview. Everyone else, you're still going to get to see it whenever I drop it. But the way the season is set up is part 1 of the final is January 1, I'm sorry. Yeah, January 1st. And part 2 of the final is January 8th. So I assume the reunion, part 1, because the reunions are usually split into 2 parts. So I presume that the reunion part 1 is the 15th. So I'm thinking releasing it before the 15th. I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be right back. Sons of Grace, Merry Christmas. Sorry for the delay. Hit the like button, subscribe if you have not, hit the notification bell. Appreciate you for all of those things in advance. 2025 is going to be a bigger and better year than 2024. I must admit to all of you that 2024 was rough. I mean, I have been saying that, but it was hard for me to even lock back into doing YouTube again after losing my dad. I have been like pushing through it and forcing myself to continue pushing and going on. But that's the reason why my structure has fallen all the way off the grid. And I've just been jumping on here and just basically saying whatever. I'm doing my best, but I would like to get back to a little bit more structure. I mean, my style in general is not a structured style. Um, it's a style that is just like, I think of things spontaneously. I do things on the fly. I think of things on the fly. Like, somebody asked me yesterday if my video about Santa's Got Depression was something that I mapped out and planned out. Oh, thank you for that gifted membership. Somebody let me know, because I can never see this, who that gifted membership. Oh, went to. You know what? This is the second time that one of your gifted memberships has gone to Nick Shorts. Funny enough. Debbie. Oh, Debbie is going to be happy about that. Thanks, Edward. Christmas Day gifting. My memberships was, well, number one, I'll start doing maybe at least one members only live per month. And then the other thing is like a membership topic. Yeah, I know that YouTube randomly selects. That's why I always ask, who did it go to? But this time it actually showed me, because normally when I go on here, oh, actually I'm able to see it when I'm on the YouTube app. I'm not able to see it when I'm on the StreamYard app, which I have not been really using StreamYard in a while. I want to cancel StreamYard, truthfully. The only reason I haven't canceled StreamYard is because they're like, if you cancel, all your videos get deleted. So I know that the majority of my videos that I did on StreamYard are on YouTube, but I think that there are some videos that are not on YouTube, that are on StreamYard's cloud. So that's the only thing they have that's holding me to them. But I really want to cancel StreamYard. It's not worth it to me. I've had it for about 2 years now, and to take the duck out of the corner, because my storage has been full for like a year. But what I was saying, Palaver, was that he's actually gifted memberships, and Nick, as far as I know, is the only person who YouTube has selected twice. Because I always pay attention to who gets selected, and that's the only name that I've seen repeated in the time that he's done that. Appreciate you, Edward. Debbie is going to be happy about that. Like I said, Debbie's not here, but shout out to Debbie. I'm thanking you in her absence. And Debbie deserves it, because she's such a positive person. As are all of you, but she's particularly pleasant. I hope y'all got what you wanted for Christmas. I hope you spent time with those that you care about. And like I said, I have big things in store for the new year. The new year is starting off with a bang. I am so deeply invested into making this interview great. I never usually spend this much time in advance. Yeah, you can message her. I never usually spend this much time in advance preparing for something. I'm a perennial procrastinator, but the minute that me and Cara locked this in, I started doing my research, and then I've been pulling from things that I've seen posted on Twitter, Facebook and different things that challengers have been saying, I started looking at the episodes, and there's like looking back at old seasons, and I watched her home turf episode that she has on YouTube, and I have a lot of things. I have a lot of things in store for this. So, and it's gonna be my comeback interview. Like I said, I did no interviews in 2024. I did 12 in 2023, and I did 0 in 2024. I did my first like 4, I think, 2023, and then 12. Sorry, 2022. I think I did my first 4. Then I did 12 the following year, and then this year my mind was just elsewhere. So took the time off, missed it, like I said, and we're gonna get back into it and see. And I'm hoping and expecting that it's gonna lead me to further opportunities down the road. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, I'm jumping off. Thanks for joining me. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Merry Christmas again. I might be back on later. But if not, we'll talk again tomorrow. You know the drill. I'm algorithming right now.